The Diablo has the following features: Van Gogh lifetime guarantee, fire retardant fly sheet, inner tent, mesh and ground sheet reduce the possibility of ignition from naked flames. Protex 5000 polyester fly sheet, durable, totally waterproof and reliable. Twin pole bedrooms, emergency exit in the middle bedroom. Integral sewn-in ground sheet in the living area that adds comfort and protection. Full mesh door on the porch for extra ventilation. Seam-taped fly sheet for long-lasting protection. Mesh ventilation on the inner tent reduces the build-up of condensation and keeps bugs out. Bathtub inner ground sheet for total climate protection. Fiberflex fiberglass poles, tough, sturdy and reliable. Color-coded poles ensure the correct poles are in the correct pole sleeves. Porch with side door. Crystal clear windows with internal covers allow maximum light into the tent as well as outside viewing. Riser ground sheet in porch area for additional comfort and adaptability. Mains cable access point and cable supports. Roller bag for easy transport. To pitch your Diablo. Zip open the tent bag and lay out the components. Inner tent, fly sheet, ground sheet, pole bag and peg bag. Assemble the poles and lay them out on the ground. There are 9 in total on the 400 and 600 models, and 11 on the 900 model. 2 long dome poles, 1 medium dome pole, 2 medium bedroom poles, 3 on the 900 model, 2 short bedroom poles, 3 on the 900 model, and 2 angled porch poles. On this tent, the inner pitches first. Open out the inner, positioning it the way you want, making sure the doorway is away from the prevailing wind. Insert the 3 longest poles diagonally across the center section through the color corresponding pole sleeves. When you insert the poles into their sleeves, take care not to force the poles through. Avoid pushing long poles through sleeves. Instead, feed the material onto the poles, gathering short lengths and pulling the material onto the poles gradually. Never pull the poles. At each bedroom area, insert the 2 straight bedroom poles through the corresponding pole sleeves. Locate the pole ends on one side of the central dome area into the metal pin system at the end of the pole sleeves. Push the poles into an arch from the opposite side and locate the pole ends onto the corresponding pin system. To avoid undue stress on the poles, it is advisable for another person to lift the tent from the inside while forming the dome area. Locate the 2 bedroom poles onto the pin system and push the poles into an arch, one at a time, from the opposite side. The inner tent should now be freestanding. Reposition it if required. Peg the inner tent dome through the metal rings at the pole bases using the pin pegs and ensure that the ground sheet inside the inner tent is flat. Peg the 4 corner pegging points at the ends of the bedrooms before pegging the remaining metal rings of the inner tent. Lay the fly sheet on the ground and position it in front of the door so that the porch corresponds with the inner doorway. Insert the 2 porch poles into the porch pole sleeves on the outside of the fly sheet. The poles are color-coded to match the corresponding pole sleeve entry points. Loosening the tension straps first, locate the outer pole onto the pin system and push the pole into an arch from the opposite side. Insert the pole end into the corresponding pin system to form the porch. Pull the fly sheet over the inner tent and position the seams to correspond with the poles on the inner tent. Fabric ties are located on the inside of the fly sheet around the mid-sides. These must be attached around the pole crossover points by using a simple bow. Locate the ends of the remaining porch pole into the pin and ring on the inner tent. The adjuster straps are hooked into the metal rings on the pin and ring system at the foot of each pole. Loosen the straps before hooking on. Peg out the two anchor straps on the porch area of the tent using the V-pegs supplied. Repeat this for the anchor straps at the corner of the bedrooms. The anchor straps can be adjusted as required to ensure that the fly sheet remains taut in all conditions. Regulate to suit the conditions. Care should be taken to avoid overtension of the anchor straps, as undue stress may cause damage to the fly sheet fabric. Peg out and hook all the remaining shock cord pegging points around the base of the fly sheet. Peg out all guy lines using alloy pin pegs, ensuring that the guy line fabric attachment points are evenly tensioned. Peg down the door straps through the eyelets. The detachable porch ground sheet is fitted by means of elasticized rings and toggles and pegging eyelets. Make sure it is the right way up and fits the shape of the porch. Taking the tent down is the reverse of putting it up. Close the windows. Close the inner doors. Remove the porch ground sheet. Unpeg the guy lines and roll them away. Unhook the base of the fly sheet. Unfasten the base of the porch poles. Remove the fly sheet. Unpeg the base of the tent. Release the pins from the poles. Push the poles out of the sleeves. Don't pull them. Fold the tent and fly sheet to fit the roller bag and pack away. Make sure your tent is dry before packing it away. We suggest you pitch it again in the garden, just to make sure it is properly dry. For full aftercare of your tent, visit our website. Proper care and attention to your tent will make it last for years. The Van Gogh range also includes